speakers when that trumpet sound, boy, you don't wanna miss out. Either in or you out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in or you out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in or you out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in the Lord or you out the Lord. Either in or you out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in or you out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in or you out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in the Lord or you out.
You in that thing, Aki? You in that thing? Yeah. Brian, then let's get it. Oh, you got the park right out the gate. Shalom.
I'll call you back.
Shalom, brother. How you been, brother?
Shalom.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Got the pocket pistol. Yes, sir. Turn that light on for me, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why it's not showing up on the TV, but make sure you on. All right, so the first thing we're gonna show is about the school shooting. And then
I just keep seeing the logo thing.
yeah, I don't know. On my screen, you straight.
Good. Yes, sir. Shalom. Shalom. You all right? All right. Shalom. Right.
Hold on, bro.
You guys just getting started?
Literally.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out this technical difficulty right quick. Let's see if we can play see if we can play this and see what it do. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
The weird thing is, it's not got you off to the side, which it's supposed to do, but it's not showing you a picture, the video. Let's go ahead and play.
All of America is mourning this tragedy, including President Trump, who has ordered all flags to be flown at half-mast through Sunday. We go now to Lucas Tomlinson with the latest from the administration. Lucas.
Good morning, Ashley and Todd. The shooter was born Robert Westman, but changed his name to Robin 6 years ago. First Lady Melania Trump offering her condolences, writing, quote, "My heart is shattered for the families and friends of the victims of today's senseless and depraved violent act." The shooting began during a school-wide mass marking the beginning of the school year at around 8:30 local time yesterday morning. The shooter opened fire with a rifle, shotgun, and pistol, all legally purchased weapons, according to police. 2 children ages 8 and 10 were killed. 17 others were wounded, including 14 children and 3 elderly individuals. Also, according to police, his mother previously worked at the school. FBI Director Kash Patel is calling this a hate crime, posting, "The FBI is investigating this shooting as an act of domestic terrorism and hate crime targeting Catholics. The FBI will continue to provide updates on our ongoing investigation with the public as we are able." Now, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says the shooter at the Catholic school was a 23-year-old man claiming to be transgender. The words "for the children" and "where is your God" and "kill Donald Trump" were written on a rifle magazine. That's according to Kristi Noem. She also said, quote, "Our deepest prayers are with the children, parents, families, educators, and Christians everywhere. We mourn with them, we pray for healing, and we will never forget them." Now, there have been 415 hostile acts against the church across the country this year. There's also been a sharp rise in attacks on Christians over the past 7 years. Attacks have increased 730% since 2018. Now, the shooter fired through the windows of the church and did not enter the building. He later died by suicide. Ashley, Todd.
Lucas Tomlinson live for us. Lucas, thank you. In just a few hours, Minnesota officials are expected to give an update on the shooting as we learn more about the shooter and their motive.
The coward that shot these victims took his own life in the rear of the church. That coward has been identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman. No prior criminal history. As to the weapons used to perpetrate this horrific attack, there was a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. All 3 had been lawfully purchased by the shooter. At this stage, we believe that the shooter had acted alone. We are also aware of a manifesto that the shooter had timed to be released on YouTube. This manifesto appeared to show him at the scene and included some disturbing writings.
The shooting happened in Hennepin County, where Rich Stanek served as the sheriff. He joins us now. Rich, thanks for getting up and talking to us about this. I wish it was on better terms here, but you know, what makes me the most sick about all of this, when you think about it, are those 2 kids who lost their lives. Their parents were putting them to bed for the last time the night before he was filming this horrific and disturbing manifesto about what he was going to do the next day.
Uh-oh. Hello, people. Wrong camera angle. Uh-huh. Huh? Why would I say Milwaukee? What y'all got on that? What y'all got to say about that?
So, he was a transvestite.
Yeah. You know what you want to call it? What do you want to call himself?
During the school, Catholic school, man. Trying to turn into a girl. I mean, it's a whole lot of confusion. It's a whole lot of debauchery, and it's just wickedness, you know. And I mean, he was aiming at the Most High. Yeah, it's the Catholic, but you can obviously see he's trying to go against the grain, you know. And I mean, I think that's most of these people, honestly. Like, they trying to go against the grain. Like, that's really, what other purpose is there to be gay? What other purpose is there to, you know, do a lot of this debauchery stuff? It's like, you want to openly shake your fist at the Most High. So, like, that's all I see from is, like, the amount of wickedness that's raised up in these last days.
Read this Testament of Solomon, chapter 9.
All right, so this is out of the pseudepigrapha. This is the Testament of Solomon, chapter 9. It says Solomon interrogates the headless demon called murder and learns of his activity and what thwarts him. Verse 1. Again, I asked that other demons visit me in succession, and there was brought to me a demon, a man who had all his limbs, but no head. I said to him, tell me who you are and what you are called. The demon replied, I am called murder, for I devour heads, wishing to get a head for myself. But I do not consume enough. I long for a head to do exactly what you do, king. When I heard these things, I stretched out my hand against his chest and put my seal on him. Then the demon jumped up, tore himself loose, and muttered, saying, woe is me! How did I fall in with a traitor or Nias? I do not see, so breast. When I, Solomon, heard the delight in his voice, I wished to learn more. So I asked him, how is it possible for you to speak? He responded, my voice has taken over voices from many men, for I have closed up the heads of those among men who are called dumb. When infants are 10 days old, and if one cries during the night, I become a spirit and I rush in and attack the infant through his voice. What is more, my visit to premature infants is harmful. My strength happens to reside in my hands. That is like that which takes place at an executioner block. I grabbed hold of the heads, cut them off, and attached them to myself. Then, by the fire which is continually burning in me, I consumed them through my neck. I am the one who inflames the limbs, inflicts the feet, and produces festering sores. It is by a fiery flash of lightning that I am thwarted. I ordered him to say with Beelzebub until the time when a friend might arrive.
That's cool.
Oh, praise.
We can see that from birth. You try to attach yourself to the short leggers, the innocent souls of those who cry at night.
Mm-hmm.
So we can say this dude got that bug on him. Murder.
Yeah, murder got that. So Buddy got the murder bug on him.
Yeah, it's like a lot of these people who just out here going against the grain and wanting to inflict harm on people and not see the unity in things. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of other stuff that, I mean, as you know, it gets deep in there.
All praise. This show is a whole lot of murder bug going around here.
Boy. All right, so the next one, which falls in with this lesson, and I don't know why the devil working, we'll say that. The next video is a pastor, I think they husband and wife, or some type of duo. Been out here, got caught in 4 FBI sweeps.
A pair of church leaders accused in a nationwide human trafficking case will remain in jail after appearing in federal court today. One of the hearings was in Tampa, where Michelle Brannon declined to have a bond hearing, instead choosing to have the hearing in Michigan, where the case is actually based. In a court filing, prosecutors say that they want Brannon held until her trial. They wrote that she is a danger to others and worry that she may try to run. They also indicated that her home address was listed as a mansion in the affluent Avila neighborhood in North Tampa. That property was one of 4 across the country raided by federal agents yesterday. Authorities say the properties belong to David Taylor and his Kingdom of God Global Church. Court documents indicate the church was operating 9 call centers. One of them was actually at that Avila mansion. Investigators say unpaid workers were forced to solicit donations or face punishments, including physical and psychological abuse and food and sleep deprivation. The indictment alleges that Taylor made the rules and Brannon, the church's executive director, enforced them. The arrest came as a relief to a woman who says she was in a relationship with Taylor back in 2018, and she says she ended it and wrote a book in 2020 trying to expose his abuse. This is just part of a video that she recorded yesterday.
There were so many people that were taken advantage of, and I was one of them. I experienced firsthand the abuse, the lies, and the corruption of both of the individuals who were arrested today. What a shame they are to authentic churches and ministries who have the character and the humility of Christ.
According to the federal indictment, Taylor referred to himself as an apostle, claiming that he communicated with Jesus and that he could heal people through faith. But investigators say it was all a con. They say the church raised $50 million in donations over the last 12 years. And investigators tell us the money funded extravagant lifestyles for Taylor and Brannon, who were the only ones receiving a salary. Of course, there are still many questions about how this church was able to operate for as long as it did.
So we know Taylor, the brother, he was caught in something else some years back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Designer clothes and all
Yeah,
that.
and the judge was on his tail. Went down this whole bank statement from years on in and years on out. I don't know what's wrong with this thing, guy, but they can hear us though. But yeah, so this falls into with the lesson that we got today. Go ahead and tell me about the lesson, Akbar.
Yes, today's lesson is we're gonna touch on various things, but the main thing is about the good shepherd versus the hireling, and what's the difference in that? The good shepherd versus the hireling. So, we're gonna get into it. Was you able to get that?
Yep. What page I need to go to?
We don't even worry about right now. Just
let me take it down.
But I think when we do go,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 264.
Page 264.
So we're gonna jump off into this thing. We're gonna start off. I believe we should start off in John, Book of Yehuda, John, chapter, and you'll be able to put that up, right? Chapter 10.
John chapter 10.
Yes, sir. We're in the book of John, chapter 10. Yehukanan, meaning Yahuwah is gracious. Chapter 10, and let's start at verse 7. Let's start at verse 7 for context. We're in the book of Yehukanan, chapter 10, at verse 7, and it reads, Then said Yahushua unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. So now let's pause right there real quick. Because now we have people saying that you don't need the door. How do you get into the house? You get into the door.
The door.
That's the logical, and that is the polite way to come into the house. That is the best way to come into the house is through the door. If you come in and out your door, people are gonna just be looking like, oh, he coming in and out the house. If you was to come through the chimney, you would look very strange. If you was to come through the window, you would look like you was not supposed to be coming into the house. It could be your house. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It could be your own house, but let's just say you pull up to the house. and you pull up to the house, you park, your neighbors are looking, or you new to the neighborhood, or somebody don't know you. You tell somebody, hey man, go to my house, man. Hey, look, the door locked, but the window open. Jump through the side window, and they're gonna call the police on you. They're gonna think he shouldn't be coming in like that, right? So that's not normal. Like, so when we read the scriptures, we gotta really think about what they're saying. He said, I am the door of the sheep. Who are the sheep? The sheep are the people who follow the shepherd. We're dealing with an agricultural people, an ancient people, and a shepherd type of people. We are the sheep. We follow the shepherd. Verse 8, it says, all that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. The real sheep of the Most High, the real sheep of the Mashiach, we don't hear the other shepherds. We don't hear them fake shepherds. Verse 9, he said, I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved and shall go in and out of the door and find pasture. Pasture is what is going to nourish the sheep. That's what they eat. They're going to have plenty of nourishment. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. So he said, I got an abundance mentality for you. If you come to me, you're going to have eternal life. I got something for you. Verse 11, I am the good shepherd. So he said, he is the good shepherd. He's the one keeping the flock of sheep. It says, the good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. That's what a good shepherd does. A good shepherd will lay his life down for his sheep, like a good man will lay his life down for his family. Verse 12, but he that is an hireling, so somebody who is hired to do the work, you're just on the job. Hireling, literally, it's telling you right there in the word. He that is an hireling and not the shepherd, he's not the shepherd. It's really not his flock like that. He's just paid to tend to the flock. Whose own the sheep are not. It's really not my sheep. I'm just hired right now to do this job. Seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them and scattereth the sheep. So we got the Mashiach, and we have those who are anointed of the Mashiach, who are shepherds for the sheep, leaders of the people. And then we got brothers like that brother that is doing this fraudulent activity, who is using the people, but people are looking to this man. They're looking to him like, look, he's been pastoring for such and such years long. I know it had a little trouble, but I can look past that. Right, maybe, and it's still in the same fold. But when trouble comes, when death comes, he's not going to be there to support this flock. See, the Mashiach is down to die for the flock, and he did that. But these people with other intentions, they're here to get this money, they're here to prosper, and then they're here to get out the way. It says, verse 13, the hireling fleeth. We're talking about the hireling because he is in hireling. He's a hireling and careth not for the sheep. He don't even care for the sheep. He care about getting profiting off of the sheep. That's all he cares about.
He's just there for the time being.
For the time being, he's hired. He's there for the time being. He's there for a purpose. He's like a temp agency. Mm-hmm. It says, verse 14, I am the good shepherd and know my sheep and am known of mine. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep.
Read it again, huh?
It says, verse 14, I am the good shepherd and know my sheep. So he knows his sheep. He ain't gonna sit there and say, he don't know you. He said, and am known of mine, as the Father knoweth me. So one thing we gotta look at that. We're not dealing with a schizophrenic Messiah, Mashiach. He said, as the Father knoweth me, He didn't say, I'm the Father and I know me. I'm going to leave it right there. But we're going to get into it. I think we get into it in this one.
Yes, I mean, there's a video, and I don't know why I didn't think of it till now, but there's a video, like, I guess it's this farm that allowed the tourists to try to call for the sheep. And the sheep don't even pay attention to them.
Uh-huh.
But there's a certain whistle that the owner does.
They come right there.
They come running.
Mm.
So that'd have been a good video if I would have thought of it at the time. But they get the point.
Yeah.
They get the point.
Okay. Let's see what he say.
Go ahead.
At verse 17. Therefore doeth my Father love me, because I lay down my life that I might take it up again. No man taketh it from me, but I lay it down of myself. I have power to lay it down, and I have power to take it again. This commandment have I received of my Father. All right. So we see that there's two opposing sides. We see that there's a side of the Mashiach, who is the shepherd, who is sent from the Father. And we see that there's also the hireling, who was honestly sent by Hashatan. Let's look at something real quick. Can we go to 8:44, John? Yehuda 8:44.
Yes, sir.
All right, we at the book of Yehuda, chapter 8:44. Book of John 8:44. It says, "Ye are of your father the devil."
Hold on. Messed me up. Okay.
It says, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it." So Hashatan is the father of lies. They call him the devil. He's the father of lies. And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not. How many of us go through that, though? Because we're supposed to be Mashiach-like. They say Christianity is to be Christ-like. How many of us go through that? The father, the devil, got lies spread all through the world. Everybody pick up on the lies, but because Abraham telling them the truth, because the island telling them the truth, John's telling them the truth. Trey, are you telling them the truth? Trey telling them the truth. Because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not, but they don't believe you. And why don't they believe you? Because it's coming from you. If you was a deceiver and a child of Satan, Hashatan, they believe a lie. We about to look at this stuff, y'all. Let's look at it. All the assemblies, I don't know if you know your podcast. All of you assemblies, all of you camps. Are you a good shepherd, or is your father the devil? That's the question. It says, verse 46, "Which of you convinceth me of sin, and I say the truth? Why do you not believe me? He that is of Elohim heareth Elohim's word." So if you're of the Most High, man, you're going to hear the word of the Most High. You're going to get it. Like, this ain't for everybody. Hurt 2.0. This ain't for everybody. "Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of Elohim." So I think that answers a lot of questions for a lot of us. So you don't have to wrap your head around, why can't these people just get it? Is it me? Is it them? It's definitely not me, because I get it, so it's them. "Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of Elohim." And they say G-O-D, of course. They're not of Elohim. They're not of the Most High, so they don't get it. It's not for them. I know that sounds harsh because they say, oh, he love everybody. Right? But everybody ain't going to get it. It's not for everybody. Everybody's not of this flock. Let's see Job chapter 7. Job chapter 7 and 1. So we can see what a hireling is. What is a hireling? Does it sound like a big word, right? We're in the book of Job or EU chapter 7 and 1. It says, is there not an appointed time to man upon the earth? So he said, don't every man have a certain amount of time on this earth? Are not his days also like the days of a hireling? The days of a hireling is the days that he is committed to this job. Hey man, we're gonna sign you for a contract for 2 years, play on Indiana Pacers for this amount of money. You're hireling. Hey, we need a pastor. We're gonna sign this for 5 years. You're gonna pastor this congregation for 5 years. You're hireling. Verse 2, as a servant earnestly desireth the shadow, and as an hireling looking forward to the reward of his work. All right, so a hireling is somebody who's appointed, who is looking to the reward of their work. They're going to get paid for this job. So we got the good shepherd and we got the hireling. The good shepherd will lay his life down for this flock. The hireling, it told us in the book of Yehukanan, chapter 10, he said he's going to leave the flock when he see the wolf coming. So there's a wolf coming. There's a wolf coming. Let's look at this wolf real quick. Let's see. Oh, I like it. Let's go to Matthew 7 and 15. Matthew 7 and 15. All right. We ready? Yes, sir. It said, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing. So they come to you as sheep, like one of y'all, right? We're the sheep. So like sheep gonna communicate. Look, we follow the shepherd, yeah. But it might be a sheep rise up like, hey, man, I got a good word from the shepherd. You hear me? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna come to you looking like you, come to you talking like you, come to you in your congregation. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing. He got fringes on too. It says, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. So when the good shepherd is on the lookout, he's watching out for the wolves. That's why he's got that staff. That'll ward off the wolves. And the staff in the Hebrew is the lamed, and they have a hook on it. It's basically like the letter L today, but it's curved. And what a shepherd would do was he'd be able to grab his sheep and bring them back in, or he'll be able to ward off a wolf with it. It says, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. What kind of fruit is this man showing with this hustle he got on at this congregation? You just got to look at the fruits of these people. It says, do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistle? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. So it's not no big question on is this person good or bad, or are they on the right side or on the wrong side? You're either bringing forth good fruit or you're bringing forth corrupt fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. If a good fruit tree, there's going to be good actions being produced, fruits of your what? Labor. So that's something that you've done that you can see and you can kind of gauge by the outcome of your labor, you say, that's a good work. That was a good work. It says, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. It ain't no way I can sit here and scam you or, finesse you or do bad business. And then you get the quality of the work and you say, oh, yeah, that was good. Like, no, like you're supposed to work on the car. You're supposed to fix it. Once I gave you the money, I left it in the shop with you. I got it back. It's still not good. Like, ain't no good fruit from that. Like, you don't have good works. It's not a good job. You didn't do a good job. I ordered the menu off the menu, and you didn't give me what I ordered. That's not a good job, right? We just got called straight down the middle. You went to surgery, and you failed me. And now they got to put my tombstone up. You failed me. It says, every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. So wait a minute. I promise he started off in verse 15 talking about beware of false prophets. And now we're talking about if you're not bringing forth good fruit. So guess what's going to happen to these false prophets? Firewood. Do we got to worry about brother? Listen, I'm not saying he can't repent. Do I think he will? It's probably thick on him. It ain't up to me to determine that though, right? But if he don't repent, we know what's going to happen. Every tree, and the people are trees, when the blind man got made whole, and I think he spit in his eye up?
No, he spit in the dirt.
He spit in the dirt and put the mud on his eyes?
Yeah.
And then he said he saw trees. Right? He saw figures like trees. Then it got a little clearer. Then it said he saw people. So the people are represented as trees. So that's what we're telling y'all. Every tree, so he's really speaking metaphorically, every person that bringeth not forth good fruits, which is your works, is hewn down, is destroyed, and cast into the fire. There's an eternal fire burning. It says, wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. So you're going to know if these people are of Yahuwah or not. And it might take time, because it said, try every spirit. Right? You got to try them. But you're going to know them by their fruits. Once you start seeing their fruits, you're going to know what kind of tree they are. Once you start trying them by their fruits, you're going to know what type of tree they are. Book of Jeremiah, I want to say chapter 23. Yaram Yahu, chapter 23, at verse 1. All praises to the Most High. And it reads, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahuwah. So let's look at this real quick. It says, woe. So when it says woe, that's not something to be taken lightly. You know what I'm saying? You might hear them say, woe be unto the pastures that destroy and scatter. Like, when you read the app, when the app reads to you, that's not how it should be read. Woe! Woe means desolation. Woe means pay attention. Woe means something's coming. Danger coming. Caution, yellow tape. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahuwah. So it's danger and it's something coming to those pastors. Now this word that we're looking at, pastor, can you pull it up now? That
87426.
All right, let's look at it. H7462. 87462, and it says Ra'ah. Ra'ah. It's a resh, ayin, and a ha, or resh, ayin, and hey. However, the modern they say hey, but it make a ha sound. That's where you got Ra'ah. Ra'ah. And it says to pasture, 10, graze, feed, to 10, pasture. It says to shepherd, to rule, teacher, figuratively, of people as flock, figuratively, shepherd, herdsman, to feed, graze, of cows, sheep, etc., literally, of idolater, Israel as a flock, shepherd, shepherdess, to associate with, be a friend, meaning probable. It says, so it could probably also mean being a friend. It says to associate with, to be companions, to be a special friend. So this is a ra'ah. This is the word they use for pastors. Now, does this look like the attributes of pastors that we know today? A lot of these pastors ain't even friendly. Like, you have to set up an appointment to talk to them. They just feel like they're so high and mighty. They really just have to get you. That's what a lot of these pastors and a lot of these leaders are. The ra'ah, they're supposed to be shepherds. And a lot of these elders, even in this so-called truth. So let's keep going. It say at verse 2, it say, therefore thus saith Yahuwah Elohim of Yasharal against the pastors, the ra'ah, against the ra'ahs that feed my people. He said, man, y'all are feeding my people. It says, ye have scattered my flock. They scattered the flock, though. Divided, cause confusion. But what he tells us to come do, he tells us to come together. He keeps telling us to come together, come together. Y'all have divided the flock. It says, and driven them away. Y'all have caused people not even want to be in this truth. We're supposed to win a soul. It said, he who wins souls is wise. He who winneth souls is wise. You have driven them away. You are a false prophet. You are a evil ra'ah. It says, and driven them away and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, said Yahuwah. There's going to be a consequence for you doing this. It says, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whither I have driven them. We're scattered through all the countries. Mm-hmm. We're scattered through all lands over the world. Four corners of the world. And will bring them again to their fold, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed. They're not going to be confused. They're not going to be thrown off no more. They're going to get that good word. Neither shall they be lacking, saith Yahuwah. So it's a time coming where there ain't going to be so much confusion. He's going to set up shepherds that will guide you into the right direction. Behold, the days come, saith Yahuwah, that I will raise unto Daud a righteous branch. And if you see that in the KJV, it's all capital. So even in the translation, they understood that this was prophetic and this was concerning the Mashiach. A righteous branch. Can you look at that word real quick, Doc? Branch. Hello.
86780.
H67. See it for myself. Oh, the we have to say what. And before I say this, I say I love y'all. Semach, right?
Strong's H 6780. Semach. Semach.
I couldn't have said it.
Yeah. And it means sprout, growth, branch, sprouting, growth, sprout, growth, sprout, shoot. You see that last one, number 3? Mm-hmm. Shoot of Messiah from Davidic tree. So they're telling you, they already understand that this is a prophetic thing. Shoot of Messiah from Davidic tree. Bear with me right quick. Let me pull up another Bible. Hold on right quick.
Excellent lesson.
All praises, man. We just getting started. I don't want to take too long. How long we been on now?
Let me get to the right page. 44 minutes.
All praises, man. All praises the Most High.
Yes, sir.
Let's see.
See if your brother's like
With no time.
Yeah, I like it. I get it. Yeah. I got some script. I said, ooh, I like that.
I ain't do that.
I think you know, it's direction. But they had theory. But yeah, it was nice. Hey, you go here, RP.
Nah. Nah.
Zechariah 6. I mean, we're supposed to be coming together. We're supposed to be understanding things. Yeah, people, Israelites all over the world. And look, it's like I'm kind of split with it, right? Because it's like, at one end, it's like, hey, you're supposed to gather. Hey, at least they willing to gather. At least they willing to gather. And like, yeah, nobody know everything, but we should know something, right? We should be able to say, hey, look, because we just talked about last week. If the Muslims come together, it ain't gonna be no debate about false doctrine. They're not even debating about false doctrine. They're in a false doctrine. They're all on the same thing. We got the truth. We're supposed to all be in the truth, but we got the truth. Then we got these other forms of truths.
Right. Even with the Quran, you got so many different versions of the Quran. You know what I'm saying? You got some folks that believe bombing's good. You got some folks who don't believe bombing is good, but they all Muslim. But their brotherhood stands strong. We got a lot of different camps with Hebrews.
You said, but the brotherhood stands strong.
Yeah, like, well, you know, with like I said, with Islam, we got many different versions of the Quran. Some of them believe that bombing is good. All for Allah. Allah don't change, right? When they about to bomb, whatever they say, Allah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But their brotherhood is still strong.
Yeah.
Come with the Hebrews, no matter what doctrine it is, nigga, you off.
You off. Yeah, my thing is this. Nigga, you off. I just want to just put it like that because like I got the word in front of me. I'm not retarded. I'm not slow. Like we busting down the scripts. We got the words in front of us. And then you come and tell me something different than what I'm looking at. So like now I got a problem with you and now you are a false prophet because I know what I'm looking at. We better bust it down. We can bust down every single one of you camps. Every single one of you. We can bust it down right now. But we ain't got time for all that. So we just bust down what we got. All right, we're in a book of Zechariah chapter 6 at verse 9. And it says this. It says, and the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, take of them of the captivity, even Heldai, of Tobiah, and of Jedediah.
My bad, Zechariah what?
Zechariah 6 and 9.
6 and 9.
He just wanted to hear me say them names again.
I was at verse 1. I said, this ain't what verse 1 say.
At verse 9. It says, and the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, take of them of the captivity, even unto Heldai, of Tobiah, and of Jedediah, which are come from Babylon, and come thou the same day, and go into the house of Josiah, the son of Zephaniah. Verse 11. Then take silver and gold and make crowns and set them upon the head of, and it says here, Joshua, the son of Josedek, the high priest. And speak unto him, saying, Thus speaketh Yahuwah of hosts, Yahuwah Zabaoth, saying, Behold, the man whose name is, y'all see that, all capital, the branch. Didn't we just read about the branch?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we just read about the branch? And it said, is of the Davidic lineage, the Messiah, the Davidic lineage. And speak unto him, saying, Thus speaketh Yahuwah of hosts, saying, Behold, the man whose name is the branch. So wait a minute. He's saying, he got the same name as the branch. This is a prophecy. He got the same name as the branch. It says, and he shall grow up out of his place, and he shall build the temple of Yahuwah. So now, if he got the name of the branch, I need to know, what is this name? We know it ain't no J's. The J is the newest letter in the English alphabet, 600, 500 years old. So we got Joshua. So whatever name Joshua is, can you see what Joshua is?
Yep, as soon as I find it, what was it? Oh, right here, verse 11.
Mm-hmm. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
H3091.
Come on.
You see that? H3091.
Strong's H 3091. Yehoshua. Yehoshua. And second entry, Yehoshua. Yehoshua.
I got Yehoshua. I'm going to call him Yehoshua. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, you know, we can go into why we want to say a little different pronunciation. One thing about it is there are different dialects from the northern and the southern kingdom. Judah's being in the south, and in the north, the other tribes usually would pronounce the name of Yahuwah as Yeho. So they would usually have a old sound to Yahoo. But Judah, Yehuda, we always had Yahoo. And who would the scepter not depart from? See, I don't want to go into this. Now, let's just, all right, look, I really just gave you that. If you're a studier, you can go back and study. Like, I just shut down everything. I just shut down everything that they can even, I only want to hear it. And you can look at the characters, that's what they got there. That's what's in the Bible. That's the Bible. So if you don't believe this, it's not that you don't believe me. You don't believe the Bible. You're a false prophet. You're a false shepherd. You're going to burn in that lake. That's what you get. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All praises. So when I come to the feast, when I hear you speaking a different name, either you're in ignorance or you're in arrogance. Because we give you the truth right now. Now we got Yahushua letters right here. We got the 6-letter rendition of the name. We still playing the name game? Hell yeah. We still playing the name game? The scepter shall not depart from Yehuda. He said there's only one name under the Shamayim which men must be saved. Are we still under the Shamayim? Have Shamayim and the Arats, heaven and earth, passed away? No. So we still under that name. Now when he come back, if he got a new name written that nobody knows, all praise. We'll figure it out then. But as of right now, when at that time, name of the Father is Yahuwah, name of the Son is Yahushua. Period. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And this is the branch, and this is the door. Now you got GOC. So you're talking about his name is Yeshaya. Talking about because it's about to be from David and Jesse, and that's not what we got here. And we can go all ring around the rosy. You're not gonna get past this. The name of the Father is Yahuwah. We found out in Exodus chapter 3 at about verse 14, 15, and 16. That's what his name is. Let's go there real quick. All right? I didn't get into the name game, but we're just shutting it down because we're talking about false prophets. And the main thing that people do is they get you caught up on something. See, everybody want to have something different that they can stand on. Exodus chapter 3. Everybody want to have something different about them so it can kind of like stand out like, oh, yeah, but y'all ain't know this. Like some people standing on certain names. Oh, Ahaya, Yashaya, whatever. Right? Some people standing on Africa. Right? Oh, that's the motherland. Some people standing on, it's not in the Bible. I came for the Bible. BIBLE, basic instruction before leaving Earth. That's an acronym.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I learned that word. All right, real quick, jump down here. Verse 14, we in Exodus. Let's do 13 and 14 and 15 and 16.
You said Exodus?
Exodus. Let's start at 13. Exodus chapter 3 at verse 13. And this ain't to try to, be big and bad, man. It's a simple, basic truth that if you ain't got this, you shouldn't be talking. Let's just keep it real. This is the fundamentals. So do some of these camps and some of these people have some good things and good knowledge? Yeah, they got some good to it. But I want the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And from what I'm seeing, y'all ain't got it. So why I gotta listen to you? But then y'all sit there and be like, oh, well, like y'all sit there and try to condemn us for gathering in our homes or gathering wherever we gather at or keeping feasts on certain days we keep it at. But y'all are dead wrong. And we're probably not wrong like that. Like, I'm just keeping it real. The days that we keeping feasts, way closer, if not all, I think we correct. Keep it 100. I'm just gonna keep it 100. I think I'm correct. Or most of the days I'm keeping the feast, or I wouldn't be doing it. Like, I don't do things that I think are stupid. I do logical things, bro. So, like, I'm not gonna just keep continually doing something that I think is wrong. And then be like, oh, well, it might be wrong there. I don't know. Like, why would I do it then? I could have stayed in the church. Go to church. This ain't church. Like, I thought you came out of the church. You came out of the church so you can build another church? All right, we're in the book of Exodus chapter 3 at verse 13. It says, and Mushah, who they call Moses, said unto Elohim, behold, when I come unto the children of Yasharal and shall say unto them, the Elohim of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, what is his name? So he already knew. And when they come to me, they're going to want to know what your name is, because they've been under captivity for all these years under all these different deities, and all these deities got names. What is this one's name? What shall I say unto them? And Elohim said unto Moses, did he say this? He said, Ahaya, Asher, Ahaya, I am that I am. Yes, that is a fact. That's what he said. That is a fact. I'm just going to say it. GOCC says that is his name. That is impossible because that's not a name. That is the definition of a name. He said, I am that I am. Ahaya, Asher, Ahaya. And then they say his name is Ahaya. That's not even what it says here. It says Ahaya, Asher, Ahaya. So say the whole thing if that's the name of the Father. And he said, comma. See, you also got to know punctuations. You also have to know suffixes, prefixes. You got to know the language. We're reading in the translated language into English, and it's got certain punctuations, and it's got certain grammatical rules that you have to follow to the language. Y'all want to bypass that to make up your own doctrine. Right after it says Ahaya, Asher, Ahaya, it says, and he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Yasharal, comma, I am hath sent me unto you. So Yah have sent me unto you. The modern day, look, this, for these heathens, let's just go ahead and say, they're going to say, it's really accurate. Am I lying? They're going to say, oh, he really said accurate. He said, Yah. All right, so however you want to say it, we breaking it down into the ancient, we breaking it down into the modern. If you can see me on camera, my head is shaking at you.
Amazing, you.
I still shake my finger and wag my finger at you. Yup. The Dikembe Mutombo. Get that out of here. Get all that false doctrine out of here. It's time to clean it up. Because at this point, man, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Hey, look, I ain't been up all night studying. I ain't had time all. We ain't even looked over none of this. You hear me? Y'all sit up here all day studying lies, so you can go back and feed them to your people on a fake Shabbat. This is a real Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yes, so he told him this. He said, when they asked me who had sent me, what shall I say unto them? He said, I am has sent me unto you. So Moshe, the one they call Moses, he had to tell them, I am that I am have sent me. Then he also had to tell them, I am have sent me. So some point in time, he told him that. Verse 15, and Elohim said, moreover unto Moshe, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Yasharal. Now, of course, they have the Lord here. But we already went through that in past lessons. When you see L-O-R-D in all caps, that is where you get the 4 letters of the Hebrew name of the Most High, Y-H-W-H. We put the vowels in, Yahuwah. So this is where you get the name. It says Yahuwah, Elohim of your fathers, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Isaac, the Elohim of Jacob, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever. This is my name forever. Not the definition of my name forever. That is in the previous verse. Dummy. It says, and this is my memorial unto all generations. So this is continual. It's not going to stop. Ain't no other name. Oh, he said, y'all gotta have the same name. He said, you all speak the same thing. You speaking something else. You're not qualified to even pick up this book and tell nobody nothing. Put the book down. Put the book down. You're dangerous. You got big flocks out here walking around lost, scattered. I met this lady on my job. She was part of one of these camps, and she was just not friendly. I'm fringed up. I'm out here. And I can't even speak to you. Well, that's weird to me. If I come in the room, my co-team, my Akeem, man, it's friendship going on. It's a different light and a different just essence. Y'all ain't even got no love on you. Y'all came into the camp to be racist or just to be separatists or to be just weird. It's a bunch of weirdos. And I don't want to gather with you. And you're going to burn in a lake of fire. Like, it's all of these things. All right, so we got that out the way, right? His name is Yahuwah. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you. All praise. The son's name is Yahushua. All praises. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23. Jeremiah, chapter 23. But we had to, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no attack on nobody's camp. This ain't saying, oh, I don't want to see y'all on the corner. But it's just a whole bunch of mess. Because somebody came up to me and said, are you with the guy in the purple? I got a purple shirt. Yeah, I do. But that don't make me part of the guys with the purple. That's just a color that we rocking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know purple represent royalty. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. But them guys in the purple ain't teaching y'all the truth. And I know you might have came into the truth because of them, but that's just a stepping stone, and they need to repent too. We're talking about Bishop Nathaniel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, oh, he said it. Like, who is he? Who is these people? Man, I ran into these people in the streets, bro, and like, be like, oh, that, shalom, brother. You be talking to them, hey, bro, where y'all at? Where y'all at? You know what I'm saying? Then when can we congregate? Oh, man, hit the hotline, 1-800, talk to General. What? Like, brother, that's a lot going on. How about, like, we just link? I met other brothers in the street. Hey, man, you got your friends on, we chop it up, Hey, man, we kept the Shabbat together. Had a beautiful time. Still talk to the brother this day. Plenty of brothers I know like that. I'll tell you about, I'm in the woods. But, like, it's a different mindset when it's like, oh, I'm big boss, da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da. Like, y'all are tripping. Don't nobody got to bow down to y'all. You know, and y'all don't want nobody else raising up in the Ruach. I want all my brothers and sisters raised up in the Ruach. If y'all get 100 million podcasts, this podcast ain't sitting here tripping off of that. The Most High gonna send us to who he send us to, and he gonna send y'all to where he send y'all to. Y'all out there doing the work. If it's a good work, it's gonna prosper. That's why he said, I come to give you life more abundantly. You see how we right back where we started? Yahushua had an abundance mentality, not a scarcity mentality. You got a scarcity mentality to the point you're like, oh man, I can't let nobody else rise up. Or you got to do this, this, and that before you're a general in this camp. Like, your camp ain't talking about nothing. And all them little signs ain't even all the way correct. The 12 tribe chart is wrong. It's fake, it's phony, it's baloney. It's wrong. And then I got to sit up here munch mouth and I'm like, it's wrong. And anybody following is in jeopardy of hellfire. You're going to be in Sheol. I'm in the book of Jeremiah chapter 23, though, in real time. This is reality. Not that fantasy that you're teaching in your camp. Not church. This ain't church. This ain't the mosque who sat here and stole the whole identity of the Hebrew Israelites and converted it over. And yeah, they got a lot of good things. And they say, oh, the dietary. Everybody know a Muslim don't eat no pork, right? But do you know they eating shrimp scampi?
Marinating their rice and snail juice.
And little clams out.
Yo.
So all of this stuff, you know, is deception. And this go for the Ra'ah, the shepherd who don't want to lead his flock correctly. We standing on this thing. We standing on this thing. Hello. We're in the book of Yahoo, Jeremiah chapter 23 at verse 1. I think we read this already.
Yeah, we read it again.
Let me see. So I want to go somewhere else in Jeremiah.
It's the Shabiz.
It's the Shabiz. Let me see. Let us look at this. This is in Jeremiah, and he said, Jeremiah 44. Well, Jeremiah 44. Let's see. And then we might end up here. But you know, the good shepherd came to protect us, and the hireling, he definitely don't have no skin in the game. So he is willing to abandon his post, right? Because he just came for this ticket.
We're at 44. What?
44. And let's just start at about 15. Let's see what that says. I'm at Jeremiah chapter 44 and 15. And it says, then all the men knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods. And all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Mizraim, Egypt, in Pathros, answered Yirmiyahu, saying, as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of Yahuwah, we will not hearken unto thee. Man, listen.
Hard-headed.
Hard-headed. He said, man, look, the word you just told us that came in the mouth of Yahuwah, man, we ain't going to listen to that. Hey, man, hey, look. So you tell them, hey, man, y'all shouldn't be eating that pork. Y'all shouldn't be doing them holidays. Y'all shouldn't be dealing with your families like that, dealing with your woman like that.
Hey, what's that pastor making all the controversy now? Young black dude. He don't like the Israelites. He got his number is the church, 8115, something like that. Young black dude, real dark skinned dude, saying, I mean, listening to them people saying you can't eat pork. He said pork wake you up in the morning. That bacon smell wake you up in the morning, make you go eat breakfast. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah, y'all do. Yeah, y'all do. He a young dude. He a young black dude. He always wear a jacket on stage. It's like his whole little get up. Go ahead, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that's not a good shepherd. That's all I can say to that. All right, so this is Yirmiyahu 44 and 17. So in 16, they said, man, you know what you told us in the name of Yahuwah, we will not hearken unto thee. We're not going to listen to it. It says, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the queen of Shamayim, the queen of heaven, and to pour drink offerings unto her as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings, and our princes in the city of Yehuda and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals and were well and saw no evil. So wait a minute. They said, man, you're coming to us trying to correct us in the name of the Most High, and we're not gonna listen to that. It says, but we will certainly do whatsoever things go forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven. We know in the New Testament, incense represent prayer, so they're praying to other deities, and pour out drink offerings unto her as we have done, and our fathers, our kings, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then we had plenty of victuals and were well off. Verse 18. So when they did that, it was all good. When you was living in sin, when you was praising other gods, you was playing with crystals and the little tarot cards, you was looking up your daily horoscope, you was dealing with Pookie and Ray Ray, you had plenty of victuals, you was winning. It was like, yes. It was like, yes. It was like, I'm talking about in it. It says in verse 18, but since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, so since we stopped doing that, since we started doing what you said and following Yahuwah, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things. Man, some things been coming up short. Now I'm doing it the way you told me, and I'm not seeing the same outcome as what I was seeing when I was in falsehood, so what you call a falsehood over here, and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. It's hard out here. Listen, we was into all manners of wickedness, as you telling me, but it felt way more comfortable than this. Man, look, we could translate that to today's time, man. I was in the world, man, when I was doing stupid stuff. I was in the clubs, I was in the streets, we was in whatever. Man, hey, look, my spouse was happy. But now, since I left off to do this, since I came to serve Yahuwah,
it's been hell.
It's been hell. It's been hell. And she talking about leaving.
Wife ain't happy.
Kids in disarray. I used to let the kids do this and that. We used to be busting them Christmas presents up. Now they looking at me like I don't love them because.
Stop.
It says at verse 19, And when we burnt incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men? So he's like, didn't our men see us doing that? Didn't they know we was worshiping the Queen of Heaven? So what's the problem? It's not like we did it blindly because we had some weak men that didn't want to stand by Torah and ultimately say, hey, look, you either go get with the program or you're going to ride out to a slow jam. And the only reason I'm telling you that is because I love you so much that I would not want to have the fury of Yahuwah come down on you or this family. So in order to alleviate that, we're just going to follow these commandments. But I can't have you around if you ain't going to follow these commandments. And once you get up out of there, I will not shed a tear. I will not shed a tear. Now, it sounds harsh because we've been brought up in this lackadaisical society. We've been brought up in the society that has been told us, let bygones be bygones. Let everybody just do it. Everybody got a different viewpoint, politically correctness. But according to the word, man, there's only one way that we should be doing things. It's real simple. It's real simple. And it ain't that hard to wrap your head around. Just follow the commandments, follow what the Most High said to do. And as a man leading his house, he's going to have to stand on some principles. And she's going to be all right. Keep it 100. Mm-hmm. She's going to be all right. Women are ruled mostly by emotions, and men are ruled mostly by logic. And that's for a reason. That's why the man is mostly out there doing the work, right? Traditional families, the man went out there to do work every day. He got it. Hey, look, man, if I don't work, I don't eat. I got to get to it. The woman is at home rearing up the children. She's ruled by emotions. She's putting emotions in the children. She's cultivating them. She's nourishing. She's the nurturer. Mm-hmm. So it's a balance. Everything was balanced. Now, does that mean that women don't have any logic in them? Nah. It just means they're more prone to the emotion. Does that mean that men don't have emotion in them? Nah. But they should be, and this is the order of things, you should be ruled, or you should be, like your gender role, you should have a gender role. Now they'll look at you like you said a cuss word when you say that. Mm-hmm. They'll be like, dang, like, do you believe in gender roles? Like,
women is not equal to men.
You were equal?
That is the stupidest thing.
I think back in the day, my bad, cut you off.
You good?
Walmart was doing a video. They were going around. This is when women weren't getting paid the same as men at Walmart. Mm-hmm. And they was like, hey, you think women should get paid? Men get paid here at Walmart? Some folks said yeah. Some folks said no. But it was like, all right, they're going to get paid. You're going to get paid the same. All right, go ahead and lift this 300 pounds.
Yes, exactly.
Go ahead and lift this. I don't want to hear no complaining. You want to get to it? Get to it. Come on, Betty. You don't care, Betty, 89-year-old. Pull that pallet, Miss Betty.
Don't ask for no help.
Yeah. All right. So it says, let's see what verse 20 say right quick. It says, then Yirmiyahu said unto all the people, to the men and the women, and to all the people which had given him that answer, saying, the incense that she burned in the cities of Yehuda and in the streets of Jerusalem, ye and your fathers, your kings, and your princes, and the people of the land, did not Yahuwah remember them, and came it not into his mind, so that Yahuwah could no longer bear because of the evil of your doings and because of the abominations which ye have committed. Therefore is your land a desolation and an astonishment and a curse without an inhabitant as at this day, because ye have burned incense and because ye have sinned against Yahuwah and have not obeyed the voice of Yahuwah, nor walked in his law, nor in his statutes, nor in his testimonies. Therefore this evil is happening unto you as at this day. All Let's look at one more thing real quick. I'm gonna look at two more things, like, and then we could be done.
I got that video for you at the end.
All right. I did want to go back to Jeremiah 23 real quick. But we did want to go there to 44:2 to show you. When you choose to serve Yahuwah, don't think it's just all going to be sweet and I ain't going to have no hardship. You see what they said? They said, man, when we left off to stop doing this stuff, it's like everything came down on us. Usually, when you try to get your life together, that's when the hardships come. When you're in the middle of the matrix, it's usually like going to stay there. You're in a loop. It's going to stay there. Mm-hmm. But then once you try to break the cycle, you're like, dang. Now I got all these calamities coming on me. Things ain't as easy. They said the famine came, it was drought.
In the words of Brother Jacob, if you doing what the devil wants you to do, you're not on his radar. But if you change and do what your choir wants you to do, now you got something to worry about. So keep on, Zion. And keep on pushing, endure to the end, my friend. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Endure to the end. All right, man. Look, let's start here at verse 25. We're back at Yirmiyahu. This is where we're going to end off.
You said 22 and 25?
Yeah, Jeremiah 23 and 25.
Go ahead.
All right. I might do one more after this, but cool. We almost there.
We cool. I ain't true.
Just because I seen some. All right. Yirmiyahu, Jeremiah 23 and verse 25. It says, I have heard the prophets. I have heard what the prophet said. That prophesy lies in my name. And your name could also be your character. So some of them might not even have the right name, but they're coming out the book speaking about the same person, speaking in his character. And it says this, saying, I have dreamed, I have dreamed. You sound like Dr. Martin Luther King. Verse 26, how long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of the seat of their own heart. They're teaching you their own mindset. This is not what Yahuwah has called them to teach, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor. And their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. Can you pull that up at verse 27? Baal. It says, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor. I think this, I think that, I got a vision on this. As their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. The prophet that hath a dream, let him tell a dream. And he that hath my word, let him speak my word faithfully. I got the word. It says what?
Strong's H 1168. Baal. Baal.
And what?
And the form just below that. Baal. Baal.
What's the definition of that?
Supreme male divinity of the Phoenix.
The Phoenician.
Yeah, Phoenicians were Canaanites. A Reubenite, the son of Jehiel, a great-grandfather of Saul.
All right, so remember this. Oh, look at the first one, though. Look at the first. What is that?
Oh, Lord.
Lord. Mm-hmm. It's just right there in your face. Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, IUIC, they're big on the Lord. And you can say, oh, why can't I say a name on it? Like, man, that's what it is. Like, okay, look, we're reading the Bible. We're coming to all this knowledge. Why y'all keep saying the Lord? Baal equal Lord. That's what it says. Is it there? Let's show it one more time. Show one more time and zoom in on them. Baal equal Lord. They're gonna twist that. Like, oh, well, we don't. All they do is twist stuff, so you can't never, because it came from you, Aki. They just gonna twist it up, so they don't have to listen to you. Instead of saying, "Dang, you know what? Let's get with that," and now we all on the same page, because this is the truth.
Come on.
If you can, it's all good. We gave it to them. H is the first definition. H 1168.
Yeah, because I don't know where I'm
Baal.
at now. It took me somewhere else.
Ayin, Lamed. The B sound, the Ayin sound, Lamed. Baal equals Lord. That's why we don't really use that word like that. We just, so if you see it in lowercase, like lowercase, like capital L, lowercase O-R-D, you know it was not Yahuwah there, it was Adon or Adonai. If you see it all caps, it was the 4 tetragram letters Yahuwah. So this is what the prophets did. The false prophets said, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. The prophet that hath a dream, let him tell a dream. And he that hath my word, let him speak my word faithfully. What is the chaff to the wheat, said Yahuwah? It is not my word like as a fire. That's why you're burning up. Because they don't want to hear the word. Because we're coming forth with the word straight out the book, and it's gonna burn them up just like that fire. So they can rebuttal, they can come back, they can try to debate, they can do whatever they want. But that word gonna burn them up like a fire. Saith Yahuwah, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. I'm gonna read this last couple of verses. Therefore, behold, I am against the prophets, saith Yahuwah, that steal my words, everyone from his neighbor. You false prophet, you hireling. Behold, I am against the prophets, saith Yahuwah, that use their tongues and say, he saith. Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams. False dreams. You got a dream of moving to a certain land and that being the motherland, but that land is already plenteous and full of vegetation. That doesn't meet the criteria of the prophecy. It's a false dream. It says, saith Yahuwah, and do tell them and cause my people to err by their lives and by their likeness. Likeness being like, oh, yeah, just let it slide. So we got to stop letting it slide. You got to stand on business in these last days. And their likeness. Likeness is like taking it easy. I'm taking a light on my son when I should have whooped him. It says, yet I sent them not, nor commanded them, therefore they shall not profit this people at all, saith Yahuwah. So I'm going to say that, and I'm going to end there. I'm going to say all praises to the Most High Yahuwah, you know, and Most High willing, he'll guide us into either continuing this message because didn't get through, you done up. Didn't get through everything, but we want to go over how they coming up with these feast days. Because y'all are on a whole good. That's just what it is. So Shabbat Shalom.
We're going to play this video as soon as they get up here.
All right, so we're just going to end off with this video and you know, to the 12 tribes worldwide. We say Torah for tuning in. To the new members into the body who are seeking the truth, you know, Most High willing, this is edifying. I suggest you just keep on studying, seek out the Most High. Don't let nobody kind of like, you know, make you feel like you're doing too much. You know, you're not doing enough. So all praise the Most High. Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. We're gonna finish off with this video. What's the context of this?
This is the pastor we were talking about. I found his name, Philip Anthony Mitchell.
Oh,
that brother's name.
Pork, wait.
Bless your food and eat. That's what Jesus saying that pig is clean. Can't eat this food. Can't eat this pork. The Lord said nothing that goes in you defiles you. Bless your food and eat.
You see that fucking madness, man? Excuse my language. That is effing madness, bro. That guy's, I'm telling you, he got a target on his back from the Most High. It is just literally, the scopeo is directly on this man. He's in bigger trouble than he can even understand, man. You know, because again, he's going to be called least in the kingdom of heaven. Okay. All right. Let me, because that's a law of the Most High. Now let's go to Matthew. That's a law of the Most High. You're not gonna change that. Matthew 5 and verse number 17. Think not that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily, truly, I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. So, I mean, unless you're a simpleton, the lowest level, I mean, I can't even go any lower unless you're like a tadpole of intelligence of a tadpole, then you wouldn't understand. Then you should be able to understand that the Lord forbid you to eat swine because it's in the law. And if you say it's done away with now, it's all done away with. I got you, man. Let's go to 1 John real quick, because these are combination punches in the spirit that you have to hit. 1 John 2 and verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, like fake ass Pastor Anthony Mitchell, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Okay, so let's listen again to this clown. Let's listen.
Can't eat this pork. The Lord said nothing that goes in you defiles you. Bless your food and eat.
Really, guy, this hip hop swag is so tough on him that's why people want to go over there, because he's the Tyrone and the Pookie that is really just coming with a happy message. So he's coming like he's a happy guy. He's a good Pookie. You know what I'm saying? He's a good Ray Ray. He's a good June Bug. All right. He a good Tyrone. He's not. He's a goddamn phony. And we just showed you in the scriptures. The scriptures say to try the spirits by the spirit, whether they be of the Most High. This guy is not of the Most High. All right. He's a fucking demon. Excuse my language, man. I don't want to cuss, but it's just crazy, man.
Thanks, lady. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So that's what it is.
All right. Anybody got anything on Pastor Anthony Mitchell? Yeah. Hey, like you said, dude cussing. Hey, it is what it is. It's for a different audience of folks. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? This lesson that we did today, it ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the Most High said his word is not gonna come back void. So if he said this is what it is, it's what it is. But yeah, we sorry for this technical difficulties. We don't know what's going on with the camera, because it's showing good on my computer.
As I said, it ain't for y'all to be singing, it's for me to be.
Yes, sir.
So all praise.
All praise to the Most High. Yes, sir. Yes.